All right, so today we are going to take a deep dive into HRIM Wellness and their approach to obesity.
Okay.
We've got this article here by Seema S Varma, and she's got like 25 years of experience in food and nutrition. So she seems to know what she's talking about. And
Yeah.
obesity is obviously like a huge global issue.
Right.
But, it's not as simple as just saying, like, eat less, move more.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, and that's what's so fascinating about HRIM's approach is they actually get that.
Yeah.
It's not just about willpower or making like bad choices.
Yeah.
There's so much more to it.
Yeah.
And they really try to acknowledge all those different factors in their program.
So they're not just like, you need to like eat less and move more.
Exactly.
Which we've all heard a million times.
Yeah, and it rarely works long term, right?
Yeah.
Because it's not that simple.
Exactly.
Seema S Varma compares it to like a tangled knot,
Okay.
You've got genetics, you've got environmental factors, like, all the processed foods that are everywhere, and our sedentary lifestyles.
Oh, yeah.
And then you layer on top of that things like stress and emotional eating.
It's a lot.
It's a lot to untangle.
And that's what the article kind of like, drives home is that our modern lives are kind of working against us when it comes to like
Absolutely.
maintaining a healthy weight.
Yes.
Desk jobs, long commutes.
Yeah.
Stress eating after a crazy day.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a recipe for weight gain.
It is.
So how does HRIM approach this?
Well, this is where it gets interesting.
Okay.
They have this thing called the 3-pillar approach.
Okay.
And they address not just the food you eat, but also how you live.
Okay.
And even like your mental and emotional well-being.
3 pillars, huh?
Yeah.
Sounds pretty comprehensive.
It is.
So what's that first pillar all about?
Well, the first pillar is all about personalized diet modification.
Okay, so diet.
But hold on. Before you think like, deprivation or crazy restrictions, Seema S Varma is really clear about rejecting those kinds of quick fix diets.
Okay.
The ones that leave you feeling like hungry and miserable all the time?
Yeah.
Those don't work.
Oh, I know those diets.
Yeah.
They never work.
They never work.
You just end up feeling worse
Right.
than before you started.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So what they do is instead of that one-size-fits-all approach,
Yeah.
they tailor a plan specifically for you, taking into account like your individual needs, your preferences, even your cultural background.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So they actually consider what you like to eat
Yeah.
and what works for your body.
Exactly.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's a game changer compared to like those generic diet plans you see everywhere.
For sure.
It's about finding what's sustainable for you, not just like giving you a list of forbidden foods
Right.
that you'll just crave even more.
Exactly.
It's about making those gradual, long-lasting changes that actually feel good, both physically and mentally.
Okay, so pillar 1, personalized diet.
Mm-hmm.
Pillar 2, what about lifestyle?
So pillar 2 is all about transforming your lifestyle.
Okay.
But it's not just about, hitting the gym a few times a week.
Right.
They look at like the whole picture.
Okay.
Sleep quality, stress management, even incorporating things like mindfulness practices like yoga and meditation.
Wait, yoga and meditation?
Yeah.
For weight loss?
Uh-huh.
I've never heard of that.
Well, think about it this way.
Okay.
When you're stressed,
Yeah.
do you ever find yourself like reaching for those comfort foods?
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
Stress eating is like my superpower.
Right. Exactly.
Bad day at work, I'm reaching for the chocolate.
Exactly. And HRIM recognizes that connection between stress and emotional eating. So yoga and meditation can help you like manage those stress levels.
Right.
So you're less likely to, turn to food for comfort.
So you're addressing the root cause.
Exactly.
Not just the symptom.
Exactly.
Interesting. It's not just about willpower. It's about giving yourself like the tools to actually handle the stress in a healthier way. Okay, so we've got personalized diet lifestyle changes that incorporate mindfulness.
Right.
What about pillar number 3?
All right, so this one might be a bit unfamiliar, but stick with me because it's pretty cool.
Okay.
It's all about Ayurveda.
Ayurveda.
Yeah.
I've heard the word.
Okay.
But to be honest, I'm not really sure what it is.
Yeah.
Is it like some kind of ancient magic or something?
Uh-huh. Not exactly magic, but it is ancient.
Okay.
It's a traditional Indian system of medicine that's been around for thousands of years.
Wow.
And HRIM incorporates specific Ayurvedic elements into their program.
Like what?
Things like herbal formulations and detoxification practices.
Herbal formulations and detoxification.
Yeah.
Okay, now that sounds intriguing.
Yeah.
Can you give me an example?
Sure.
Like what kind of herbs are we talking about?
Well, they mention a few in the article.
No.
Triphala, for example. Okay.
It's a blend of 3 fruits known for its digestive and antioxidant properties.
Okay.
And then there's guggul, which is a resin that's believed to help with metabolism and inflammation.
Okay, Triphala, guggul.
Yeah.
I'm adding those to my vocabulary list.
Uh-huh.
But it's not just about, like, popping a few herbs, right?
Right.
There's more to it.
There's definitely more to it.
Okay.
Ayurveda is all about, like, achieving balance.
Okay.
In your body and mind.
Okay.
So they might recommend specific herbs, but they also use therapies like panchakarma.
Panchakarma?
Yeah.
That one sounds intense.
It can be.
What is that?
Think of it as like a deep cleanse for your body and mind.
Okay.
It's a series of treatments tailored to your individual needs.
Okay.
Things like massages, steam baths, and specific dietary guidelines.
Oh, wow.
All designed to eliminate toxins and restore balance.
I'm getting like a serious spa vibe here.
Uh-huh. Yeah, kind of.
So what would someone like actually experience during panchakarma? Well, people often report feeling like lighter, more energized, and mentally clearer afterwards. That's like clearing out the clutter so your body can function at its best.
So they're using Ayurveda to help people achieve balance?
Yes.
And address those root causes of weight gain.
Exactly.
That's so different from just focusing on calories and exercise.
It's a completely different approach. Right. And there's one more piece of the Ayurvedic puzzle that HRIM emphasizes.
Oh, there's more.
Yeah, just a little bit more.
Okay.
It's called dinacharya.
Dinacharya.
Yeah.
Okay, you're going to have to explain that one.
All right, so dinacharya actually means daily routine.
Okay.
But in Ayurveda, it's not just about any routine.
Right.
It's about establishing healthy habits that align with natural rhythms and promote balance.
Like what?
Things like waking up and going to bed at consistent times.
Okay.
Eating meals at regular intervals.
Okay.
And incorporating mindful practices throughout your day.
So it's like creating a structure for your day.
Yeah.
That supports your overall well-being.
Exactly.
But isn't that just like good old-fashioned common sense?
Well, it is common sense, but it's also backed by thousands of years of Ayurvedic wisdom. Okay. You know, by aligning your daily routine with natural rhythms, you're working with your body's natural tendencies, not against them.
Okay.
It's about creating a lifestyle that supports your health and well-being.
Got it.
On a much deeper level.
Okay, so I'm starting to see how all these pieces fit together.
Yeah.
Personalized diet, lifestyle changes that incorporate mindfulness.
Right.
And then this Ayurvedic layer that addresses balance and promotes detoxification.
Exactly.
It's a pretty holistic approach.
It is very holistic.
Okay, so we've only just scratched the surface here.
There's a lot more to uncover about how HRM brings all of this together.
I am very intrigued.
I think you'll be fascinated by what we learn in the next part.
Well, then let's move on to part 2.
Sounds good.
All right, so we're back. And I'm still trying to wrap my head around all this dinacharya and panchakarma stuff.
I know, it's a lot to take in.
But it's super interesting how they're incorporating these ancient practices into like a modern weight loss program.
Yeah, it's a really unique approach.
So we've talked about the personalized plans, the whole like science meets Ayurveda thing.
Right.
But you mentioned there's more to what makes them stand out, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Like what else is there?
Well, I think one of the things that really sets HRIM apart is their focus on like the emotional and mental aspects of weight loss.
Okay. I can definitely relate to that.
Yeah.
I think we've all been there where you know what you should be doing.
Yeah.
But then like emotions take over.
Right.
And suddenly you're like knee deep in a bag of chips.
Exactly. And HRM gets that. They understand that weight loss isn't just a physical journey.
Right.
It's an emotional one too.
For sure.
You know, our emotional state can really sabotage even our best efforts to eat healthy and stay active.
Oh, yeah, totally. Yeah. Like when you know you should be choosing the salad, but your brain is screaming for pizza.
Exactly.
Because you had a stressful day.
Precisely. And that's where the mindfulness practices come in.
Right.
Remember we were talking about yoga and meditation?
Yeah.
They encourage clients to use these techniques to manage stress, reduce emotional eating, and cultivate a sense of inner peace.
So instead of just saying like, don't stress, eat.
Right.
They're giving people tools to actually deal with the stress itself.
Exactly. They're empowering you to break that cycle of emotional eating by addressing the root cause.
Okay.
The stress.
That makes sense.
And think about it. How often do you hear a weight loss program talking about meditation?
Never.
It's a really unique aspect of their approach.
Yeah. It is. I'm starting to see how all these pieces fit together. The personalized diet, the lifestyle, changes the emphasis on mindfulness.
Yeah.
It creates this like really holistic approach.
It does.
That acknowledges the connection between our minds and bodies.
And that connection is so important.
Yeah.
You know, like, think about how stress can affect your digestion.
Right.
Your energy levels.
Yeah.
If you're constantly stressed, it's going to be so much harder to lose weight and keep it off.
Oh, for sure.
No matter how perfect your diet is.
Yeah, it's true.
You know?
And I bet incorporating mindfulness can also help people become more aware of their hunger cues.
Absolutely.
So they're eating when they're truly hungry.
Yeah.
Not just because they're like stressed or bored.
Exactly. It's about cultivating that mind-body connection.
Right.
So you can make more conscious choices about what you eat and why.
Okay.
And remember all that talk about dinacharya?
Yeah.
Creating that balanced daily routine? That plays a big role here too.
You know, it's interesting because when I think about traditional weight loss programs, I think about like calorie counting restrictive diets.
Right.
Maybe some grueling workouts. It all feels very focused on the external.
Yeah.
On like controlling your body.
Yeah.
But what HRIM seems to be doing is like teaching people to tune in to their bodies.
Exactly.
To understand their needs on a deeper level.
That's a great observation.
Yeah.
And it makes sense, right? If you can understand your body's signals.
Right.
When you're truly hungry, when you're stressed, when you need rest, you're in a much better position to make choices that support your overall well-being.
It's like empowering yourself from the inside out.
I love that.
Instead of forcing yourself to fit into someone else's mold, you're creating a lifestyle that truly nourishes your body and mind.
And speaking of nourishment, let's talk about how HRIM incorporates those specific Ayurvedic herbal formulations.
Yes, the magic herbs.
Exactly.
Tell me more about how they use those.
Well, remember, Ayurveda is all about balance.
Yeah.
So they might recommend Triphala to someone who's struggling with digestion, while Google might be helpful for someone dealing with inflammation.
Got it.
It all depends on the individual's needs.
So it's not just a random assortment of herbs.
Right.
They're chosen strategically.
Exactly.
Based on your specific health concerns.
Precisely. And Seema S Varma, with her extensive experience in both modern nutrition and Ayurveda, plays a key role in determining which herbs are most beneficial for each person.
It's like this really cool integration of ancient wisdom and scientific knowledge.
It really is.
That makes their approach so unique.
And it's important to remember that they're not just like throwing herbs at the problem.
Right.
They're using them in a very targeted and informed way.
Okay.
Always considering the individual's overall health.
Yeah.
And any potential interactions with medication.
That makes sense.
You know?
So we've talked about personalized diet lifestyle changes, mindfulness practices, and the use of Ayurvedic herbs.
Yeah.
It's a pretty comprehensive approach.
It is, but there's one more piece of the puzzle I think that really sets HRIM apart.
Okay, what's that?
Their commitment to ongoing support and long-term success.
Okay, unpack that for me.
So it's not just about attending a few sessions and then being left to your own devices.
Right.
HRIM provides ongoing monitoring, regular check-ins and adjustments to your plan as needed.
Right.
You know, they're there to support you every step of the way, even when those inevitable challenges arise.
So it's like having a personal health coach.
Yes.
In your corner.
Exactly.
Cheering you on and helping you like course correct when things get tough.
I love that analogy.
That's amazing because, let's be real, weight loss isn't always a linear journey.
It's not.
There are going to be setbacks, plateaus, moments of doubt.
Absolutely.
It's so helpful to have someone there to guide you through those rough patches.
I couldn't agree more. And that's something you don't often find
Yeah.
with traditional weight loss programs.
Right. They just kind of give you a plan and say good luck.
Exactly. They might give you a plan and wish you luck, but HRIM takes a much more personalized and supportive approach.
Right.
They understand that long-term success requires ongoing guidance and encouragement.
It makes me think of that saying like, you know, if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together.
I love that.
And it seems like HRM is all about going far.
Yes.
About creating sustainable changes that last a lifetime.
Exactly.
But I'm curious, like, how do they measure success?
That's a great question.
Is it just about the number on the scale?
That's a really insightful question, and it gets to the heart of what makes HRIM different. Yep. While they certainly track weight loss progress, they also emphasize other important metrics.
Like what?
Like energy levels, sleep, quality, mood, and overall well-being.
So it's not just about shrinking your body.
Right.
It's about improving your overall health and quality of life.
Exactly. They understand that true wellness goes beyond a certain clothing size or BMI.
Right.
It's about feeling good in your body.
Yeah.
Having energy to do the things you love.
Yeah.
And living a full and vibrant life. And their program reflects that holistic perspective.
Yeah. I'm really impressed by everything I'm learning about HRM.
Me too.
It sounds like they've truly thought of everything.
You really have.
The personalized approach, the blend of science and Ayurveda, the focus on mindfulness and emotional well-being.
Yeah.
And then this commitment to ongoing support. It's like they've cracked the code on sustainable weight loss.
I think they're onto something truly special.
And it's no surprise that Seema S Varma, with her extensive experience and passion for holistic health, is at the helm of this innovative approach.
Yeah, she seems amazing.
Okay, so I have one more question.
Okay.
What about the cost?
That's a valid question.
Because I have to imagine a program this comprehensive doesn't come cheap.
Yeah, unfortunately, the article doesn't provide specific pricing information.
Okay.
But it does mention that they offer a variety of packages and payment options to make their services accessible to a wider range of individuals.
So probably best to reach out to Seema directly for more details on pricing.
Exactly.
And what package might be the best fit.
And if you're truly committed to investing in your health and well-being, I think it's worth exploring what HRIM has to offer.
For sure.
They seem to be providing a level of personalized care and support that's hard to find elsewhere.
Okay, so on that note, let's take a quick break to gather our thoughts. And when we come back, we'll wrap up this deep dive with some final reflections on HRM's approach and what it all means for you, the listener. We're back. And wow, this deep dive into HRIM wellness has really been something else.
It's pretty amazing.
They're like totally changing the game when it comes to weight loss.
I think so too.
Like all this stuff we've been talking about,
yeah,
it's so different from anything I've ever heard of before.
It really is a fresh perspective.
And I think what really stands out to me is their focus on long-term success.
Absolutely.
Like they're not just giving you a plan and saying, good luck, see ya.
Right, it's not a quick fix.
It's like they're with you every step of the way, you know?
Yeah, they're there for the long haul.
Offering support guidance adjustments as needed.
It's like having your own personal cheering squad.
Totally.
Yeah, like a really knowledgeable cheering squad.
Right, they're experts.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like having a team of experts in your corner.
You know, and that can make all the difference.
Oh, for sure, because weight loss is hard.
It is. It's really challenging.
And life gets in the way, and you have cravings, and, you know.
You hit those plateaus and you get discouraged.
Exactly. And it's so easy to just give up.
So having that support system can be a game changer.
It's like knowing you're not alone in this.
Exactly.
And that there are people who understand what you're going through.
And who can help you get back on track when you need it.
Okay, so we've talked a lot about how HRIM is different.
We have.
But for the listener out there who's maybe thinking, okay, this sounds great.
Yeah.
But how does this actually apply to me?
That's a great question.
Like, what's the one thing they should take away from all of this?
I think the biggest takeaway is that sustainable weight loss isn't about finding the perfect diet or the perfect exercise plan.
Right. It's not about perfection.
It's not about being perfect. It's about creating a lifestyle that truly nourishes your body and mind.
So it's bigger than just weight loss.
It is. It's about overall well-being.
It's about feeling good in your own skin.
Exactly.
Having energy to do the things you love.
Living a full and vibrant life.
And it sounds like that's really what HRIM's all about.
I think so too. They're really focused on helping people create that kind of lifestyle.
And that's a pretty powerful message.
It is. It's a message of hope and empowerment.
Well said. I think that's a great note to end on.
I agree.
So to our listeners out there, thank you so much for joining us on this deep dive into HRIM wellness.
It's been a pleasure.
And if you're interested in learning more about HRIM,
definitely check out the article by Seema S Varma.
Her contact info is in there. She'd be happy to answer any questions you might have.
And remember, even if you don't reach out to HRIM, you have the power to make positive changes in your own life.
Starting today.
Exactly, one step at a time.
We believe in you. And we'll see you next time for another deep dive.
See you then.